finally get paid for the get down. You can't tell me shit now about time. Do you know how many lines I done put down? Vibes I done sent out, but we ain't here to dig. I'll up the market till they come red carpet the kids. Success still the target, soon I'll be crossing that bridge. But can't bring everybody with me, family only. I got some people think I owe a favor, barely know me. That's why my focus on the road, it's all I know. I see them sticking close to play the wall and watch my...
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another Mortal Kombat video. So this video is gonna be a little bit different. I kind of got the idea for this video at the end of the last video I posted yesterday, and basically this video we're just gonna talk about just like future characters I can see going in the future packs, because like obviously we're getting towards the end of the DLC for Combat Pack 1, and more than likely I think we're probably gonna end up getting the combat we're gonna get the Aftermath like DLC that we got from Mortal Kombat 11. So that's kind of like where I think we're headed. And if I'm being honest, like I think there's gonna be about maybe 3 or 4 characters, and then probably like maybe like 2 or 3 cameos coming out of that like story. I could be wrong, but I think that's how it's gonna go. Unless they make like this Aftermath like DLC kind of like a Combat Pack 2, and then Combat Pack 2 is actually Combat Pack 3. Then that could be another way of doing it. But anyways, like this is just gonna be like this list is just basically a bunch of characters that I thought could make the game, and whether it be cameo or otherwise, there might be maybe 1 or 2 that don't make it. But I just wanted to include a bunch of the characters that weren't covered in any like the Mortal Kombat 1 game. Like there's some Taven and Dagons and a bunch of other like characters that haven't been seen in it for a long time. Right, so I got about 39 characters to deal with. Nothing too big. Just kind of wanted to quickly just like cover like my thoughts, I think, and where they could go with the characters going forward, because they still on, like, from what I know, I don't think anything's changed. Like they're still moving forward with Combat Pack 2 at least up to Combat Pack 2. If we get Combat Pack 3, this is just gonna be like whatever. It's a slim possibility, but I'm not sure. I think we probably get Combat Pack 2 and maybe like, I don't know, something else. I don't think we'll get like a full Combat Pack 3, but I'm just saying, like, if there is one, I'm just gonna put it here just for what ifs, you know what I mean? Okay, so starting off, I think we have Fujin. If I had to take a guess, I think he's going to be more of a cameo this time around. Yeah, I would put him in Combat Pack 2 as a cameo this time around, because we just had him in Mortal Kombat 11. So like to see him this quickly again, I don't think so, because like there's a lot of characters, and Fuji's like one of those characters that like pop in every once in a while in the Mortal Kombat game. They don't really stay too much in. Like he was in Mortal Kombat X, but he was the only, like, I believe he was only a story. I don't think he was actual playable. Yeah, he was just a story character. So like I could see him making an appearance in like as a cameo. You know what I mean? Because like I love Fujin, but I just don't see him coming in Mortal Kombat 1 as a playable character. And like with the win stuff, like there's so much stuff you could do as like as a partner. Like I'd be okay with him coming in as a cameo. Then moving on to Cetrion. I'm gonna be honest, like out of any of the cameos, I feel like she would make a good cameo, just because of all the different types of elements that she can use, and just like there's different ways of using her abilities. Now, can I see her being in the story pack? Probably not. Or maybe no. Actually, now that I think about it, I could see her coming as a cameo. Actually, yeah, we're gonna do that. We'll put her as the story. And like this is all like speculation. I don't have no proof or nothing like this. This is just like stuff that I could see happening for certain characters. With Cetrion playing a part in like such a huge role in Mortal Kombat 11, I feel like it would be almost a crime not to have her as at least a cameo in this game, especially when you consider like the different type of like things she can do with her weapon, her element powers as the Elder God. Okay, so far like, this is looking good so far. Now Collector. I'm gonna put this. I don't think he will ever be a playable character for this game, but I do think it's possible he makes it in as a cameo. If this is a big if, I don't see him coming in as like in the story mode, the story DLC, or in Combat Pack 2. If we get a Combat Pack 3, I could see him maybe coming in that way. Maybe they want to fill a slot, and like Collector is kind of like that dude that just fills the slot as a cameo. And like I feel like with all his like his kit with chain grabbing, teleporting, like I feel like his kit could work really well as a backup character. I don't see him making it as what you call it, a regular playable character in the game, just because like going back and just like thinking about all the times I was fighting on Mortal Kombat 11, I don't really remember seeing Collector all that much, so I'm not really sure how much of a like how big a community he would have behind him. But you know, that's just like me just putting that out there. Okay, then we have Shiva. Now Shiva, I could see making it in. She was in Mortal Kombat 11 as a playable character, as a DLC character. I don't see her making it in as a playable character. I think, again, we haven't heard anything about her in the stories. Okay, so we'll put Shiva in as a Combat Pack 2 cameo, possibility. And I'm just reminding you guys, this is all like just possibility of characters that I see could make it into the game at some point during the MK1's lifetime. Lifetime, whatever. This is just a possibility. It's like I don't see Shiva making it in as a playable character because like this is based off the track record. Like she was at MK9, then she was in MKX, then she was in MK11, and now I don't think she's gonna make it into MK1 if I'm being honest. At least as a playable character. Like I can see her make it in as like as a cameo, but the possibility of that is kind of low, just because we already have Goro, and I feel like their abilities, maybe we'll put Shiva in the Combat Pack 3 possibility, because like just because like now that I'm thinking about it, we have Goro already, so like I don't know. I think it's a possibility that she could make it, but at the same time, I'm not gonna hold all my eggs in a basket, like, you know what I mean? Okay, then we have Kotal Khan. I see this being a possibility for Combat Pack 2. I don't think we're gonna get Kotal Khan and the story DLC, just because like I think the story DLC is just to be characters that they've been talking about in the story throughout the endings and stuff like that that constantly brought up in the game. I think that's like the route they're gonna end up going, just because it would make the most sense. But Kotal Khan is he's a really good character, and I feel like there's enough of a fan base that would be a draw to like NetherRealm bringing like him out of the MK11 era. You know what I mean? Then we got Devora. I'm gonna keep it 100. I hate Devora with a passion. Main reason I hate Devora because she kills Scorpion, and in no world should Devora ever have been able to kill Scorpion. But you know, this is more about plot than anything. And Devora, like she's an interesting character, right? She's Kaiten. She uses all the insects and stuff to fly and do all types of weird, disgusting type moves, which I get the draw to her. And there is a base for her. Now, would we get her? She's already been in. She was in MKX. She was in MK11, but so was Kotal Khan. I could see her being a possibility if we ever get Combat Pack 3. I can see this. If we ever got a Combat Pack 3, I could see her coming in there. Because, like, you know, at that point, they're just adding characters to the game. If we ever get a Combat Pack 3, we should count ourselves lucky, to be honest. Right? Okay, so now, bringing on, Aaron Black. I could see Aaron Black making a comeback. Like, Aaron Black had a huge fan base. I could see him coming into, like, Combat Pack 2. If I'm being honest. I could see him being Combat Pack 2. Just because, or like, would he be playable though? I like Aaron Black. Would he be a playable character though? I could see him being a cameo. Just the more I think about it, it just makes more sense for him to be a cameo. Like the little sliding move he does, the pop in, the grenade, like all that stuff just screams cameo to me in this game. Just in this game, if I'm being honest. Yeah, I would see him as a cameo. I could see him as a cameo. So we'll put that there. So moving on from Aaron Black, we have Scarlet. Personally, I want Scarlet in the game as a playable character. Now, would she be a playable character is the question. I could see her being a playable character, but then I could also see her being a cameo with her abilities. I would put her for Combat Pack 3. Cause like if she's gonna be playable, I think she'll be in Combat Pack 3. Other than that, like if she's not gonna be yeah, oh, what the fuck, I'm looking at the wrong one. Yeah, if she's playable, she's gonna be in Combat Pack 3. But if she's not, then more than likely she'll be like a cameo in Combat Pack 2. As much as I want to put her as a playable character, I don't see that. Just because she was in the last, she was in MK9, she was in MK11. Well, maybe it's a possibility. But just going by the route that NRS has been going, Scarlet was a DLC character MK9. Then she wasn't playable in MKX, and then MK11 she was an actual base roster fighter. I'm gonna put her as a playable character for Kameo too. For playable for Combat Pack 2. I think that she could fit that role. Then we have Cabal. Cabal is gonna probably. I would love to see Cabal in MK1 as a playable character. I love Cabal. Cabal's like one of my favorite characters. If he does come back as a playable character, because I don't see him being a cameo just because Mavado's a cameo. Like if Mavado was a playable character, then I could see Cabal as a playable. I could see him as a cameo. But the thing is, like Cabal and like Mavado are very similar. Like, so we'll do Cabal as a playable character in Combat Pack 3 if we ever get it. I could see that happening. Jade, okay, this is gonna be the first of the DLC characters I think it's gonna be in the story DLC. I'm gonna tell you why. Because Aftermath Aftermath like DLC, I feel like it's just gonna be for characters that are constantly mentioned throughout the story. Like whether it be like Shujinko or any of those characters that are mentioned, like Countess Jade. Countess Jade is brought up a lot in like I feel like was Liu Kang and Katana. So I'm gonna put Countess Jade in as a DLC character. Wait, why does this say playable cameo? Hold on, let me change that real quick. Okay. Can't spell apparently. Okay, so we'll put that there. There we go. So now we have that, right? So yeah, I see Jade more as a playable character. Yeah, I say that she's gonna be a playable character. Like there's a amount of people that have been asking for Jade and Sonya and on Twitter. Like I see her being a playable character. So then we have Noob Saibot. Unless Sub-Zero dies, I don't see Sub-Zero becoming Noob unless he dies in the Aftermath story. Now, this could also be something. Okay, so here's the theory I have. Right, if Sub-Zero dies in the story DLC, and he becomes Noob Saibot, who takes on the mantle of Sub-Zero, because Kuai Liang is now a Scorpion, and they've been talking about Hanzo Hasashi being trained. Now, what if Hanzo Hasashi becomes the new Sub-Zero? I think that's gonna happen. So I think that's gonna happen. So I'm gonna put Noob Saibot in the DLC as a playable character. I think that's gonna happen in the story, bro. Because like, I feel like it almost has to happen just to proceed with the characters coming into the new Mortal Kombat universe. So I see this happening where Noob Saibot ends up becoming Sub-Zero becomes Noob Saibot. I think that process is gonna stay the same. I don't think that's gonna change. Then we have Jax. Like we already have Jax as a cameo. I'm gonna be honest. Like I want Jax to be playable, but I feel like it's a slim possibility. But if we ever do get him as a playable character, I feel like it would be towards Combat Pack 3. I think that's what'll happen. If he ever becomes playable as a character, he's gonna be in Combat Pack 3. I don't really have a great reason why, other than the fact that like it's more of a nostalgia thing where I feel like Jax, like the original character, should be in the game, if it's a new timeline. But because the route that they wanted to introduce more 3D characters, I felt like they needed to take out some of the OGs to add some newer characters into the fold to kind of like expand on like, you know, what was going on in this story, which I'm fine with. But as long, you know, you can bring him as a DLC. Like Jax, I feel like almost has to be like the character, because like it's Jax, bro. Like come on, yeah, what is there to talk about, bro? Anyways, then we have Sonya. Sonya, man, if fucking Sonya is not in the story mode, I'm gonna be mad, bro. I'm gonna be so fucking mad, bro. Because I want my favorite female character in the fucking game, and I don't know why she's not in the game. It pisses me off. But I get it. Like, they needed room to make characters. So this is more of I just want Sonya in the next DLC. I want her in the story mode. Because either way, if she's not in this, she's gonna be in Combat Pack 2. If she's not in Combat Pack 2, she's definitely gonna be in Combat Pack 3. She has to be a playable character, bro. There's no way you can have a freaking Mortal Kombat reset without the original OG female character. That doesn't make sense to me, bro. Regardless of how you feel about Sonya, Sonya was a part of the original 7 for the original Mortal Kombat game. So like the fact that she's not in the game is just wild to me, bro. So I'm sticking her there in the DLC story. So then we have Jackie. Jackie's gonna be a cameo. I'm not even gonna lie, she's gonna be a cameo. So we'll put her as a cameo. Yeah, we'll put those 3 there. And these 3 we'll keep as a cameo. Okay, so yeah, we'll put Jackie Briggs as a cameo. I can see her being more of a cameo in this game if they ever were to bring her in. That's not to say that I don't know if they are. I don't think they are, but you know, if she was gonna have any part in this game, it was gonna be as a cameo. Nightwolf. Now, that was an MK9. He didn't make it into MKS, I believe. He was an MK11 as a DLC character. I can see him as a cameo in this game. We'll put him as a cameo for Compact 2. I can see that. I can see him making it as a playable cameo, and not playable, but just a cameo in Compact 2. Right? So Kunjin, I know there's been rumors about him being a playable character, but I don't think he'll make it in as a playable character, if I'm being honest. Actually, I mean, it's a possibility because he didn't make it into MK11. Okay, we'll put him as a playable character for Combat Pack 2. Yeah, Combat Pack 2. We'll put him as a playable character. Just because, like, Jackie and Cassandra Cage was both in MK11. So it would just make sense to have Takeda and Kunjin as characters in this game. Shinnok is gonna be a cameo if we ever get like a third combat pack. In my opinion, I think that's the way it goes. And it will just be, because it doesn't make sense to put him in as a playable character because he has no power. Like they depowered Shinnok in this timeline, unless somehow Havoc. Now I think about it, like there's a possibility where Havoc finds out Shinnok used to be a fallen elder god and was basically the embodiment of evil. He could find a way to bring Shinnok's power back. You see that happening, bro. Just because of what happened in the story with Shang Tsung and and Quan Chi, like it would make sense if that happened, bro. So we'll put him, you know what, that's fine. We'll put him as a possibility for a Combat Pack 3, because this Combat Pack 3 is like probably, I don't know if it'll ever happen, but it's a possibility. Okay, so then we have Borracho. Borracho was not playable in MK11. He was playable in MKX. I'm gonna put him as a playable character, possible playable character. You can put him a possible playable character for Combat Pack 3. Or actually, you know what? Okay, we'll hold on to that for right now. We'll leave him there for now. Then we have Chameleon. I'm gonna be honest, I could see Chameleon making it in as a playable character. Just because the female Chameleon is already a cameo, I could see the male Chameleon making it in as a playable character in like a Combat Pack 3 type thing. So we'll put him there. I'll put Borracho here for now. I don't think he's making it. just because Havoc's name is Dairu, so he's already in the game technically, but not in the game, if you know what I mean. So I don't see him making it in. Then we have what, this Jarek. He's probably not gonna make it in the game either. I don't see him making it in the game. I don't see Darius making it in as a playable character either. Kotaro. Kotaro I could see as a cameo. We could use a cameo here. We'll use a cameo here for him as a cameo. I could see him with all his like interesting moves that he had in Armageddon. I could see him making it in as a cameo, even if it's not a playable character. Now this one's for fun. I think mocap can make it in as a combat pack 2 type deal. Like I think it's a possibility. It's a possibility for that to happen. Okay. Then we have Kai. Kai, I want as a playable character. Kai, I want him to be. So we're gonna put him in the DLC story. Him, the possibility is type high because Kai is mentioned so much in the intros, and in the story. Like I feel like I'm pretty comfortable saying Kai is gonna make it in at some point. Shujinko. Could he be playable? He's been mentioned so much in Kung Lao's story. His story ending. Like I feel like there's a possibility that Shujinko does make it into the game. So I'm gonna put him as a playable character in Compact 2. Suhao is gonna be cameo, so we'll put Suhao. I feel like it's gonna be a cameo for story mode. Then we have Cobra. Cobra I could see being it's a very, very, very small possibility for Cobra. So we'll put him there. I don't think Taven or Dagon's gonna make it in this game. Just because we kind of already went through the whole Armageddon point already. So we'll keep that in the like kind of like with the pyramid and everything like that. It just makes sense. Kira. Now, I've always loved Kira. I've always liked her character design and the way her character was. So I'm gonna put her as a playable character, but it's gonna be Compact 3 because this is all like small possibilities. Like I don't think it's gonna happen, right? So then we have Sereena. Sereena, I think I've heard rumors that she's gonna be playable, so we'll put her for story mode. Now, I know this has more than 4 characters, but that's just because like these are just possibilities of them being in the game. If they are gonna be, this is where I think they'll be. You got Drama. Drama, I think it's gonna be here. I think Drama would make it into the story mode as a cameo. I think that's about as many cameos we will get for the story DLC. Then moving on, we have Moloch. I could definitely see Moloch making it in as a cameo, so we'll put him in Combat Pack 2. Meat could be very fun. He could be fun, so we'll put him in Combat Pack 2 as well. So that's 6 characters right there, boom, for Combat Pack 2. Then Kentaro. Now, I've heard rumors that Kentaro might make it in as a playable character, so I'm gonna put him as Combat Pack in Combat Pack 2. Just because we have no 4-armed characters as in the actual like fighting, like playable fighters, and I don't think Shiva or Goro's gonna fill that spot. I think Kentaro finally gets his get back, and that this is gonna be the game where Kentaro actually makes it in as a playable character. So I'm gonna put Kentaro in Combat Pack 2 as playable. Then we have Onaga. All 3 are gonna be cameo. I don't see any of these characters making it in. Chronica's dead in this timeline, so if she's gonna make it in, I'm gonna put her in like here. I'll put her here with Combat Pack 3. Onaga, I could see him possibly making and just because like Onaga's been kind of name dropped a lot in the story and in intros, so I'm gonna put Onaga in Combat Pack 2 as like a possibility. Then we have Blaze. Even though Blaze hasn't been mentioned at all, Argus is the one that made Blaze. Oh no, was it his wife? I think his wife's the one that made Blaze. And I haven't heard anything about Dahlia. I think there might have been one mention of her name. So we're gonna put as a possibility. want to put him as a possibility to be playable. Not just for shits and giggles. So that's the kind of the list that I've been thinking about the last couple days. Like, well, like I've thought about like making a video like this where we talk about like the possibility of future characters making it into the game, and this is kind of like what I came back to, and especially after like yesterday watching back the video and just thinking about like what I was gonna make for this video. It just makes sense that you know, certain characters make it in after they've missed a certain amount of time in the games. And I feel like the main character I'm concerned about is I want Sonya. I need Sonya in the game. But that's just me. But anyways, what are some characters that you guys want to see in the game? Make it as a cameo or as a character outside of this list. Or if you have some characters that you want from this list to be changed around. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, this is just my opinion. Obviously, this is all our opinions, just based on like what we want to see happen in the game. But I just thought I'd just quickly jump in and just give you guys my overall opinion on, you know, just what we could see in the future. But anyways, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm out. Peace.